The deficit's at an all-time high as carbon emissions fill the sky. And North Korea's firing bombs as political accusations fly. And California just got hit by a swarm of killer bees. And now you tell me there's a fucking global disease. COVID-19, COVID-19. I've been sitting here in quarantine while the nightly news tells deadly tales of COVID-19. COVID-19, COVID-19. Could you spare some hydroxychloroquine? 'Cause I think that I've got COVID-19. COVID-19, COVID-19. Take another shot of Listerine as we raise our glasses high again to COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID-19. I had sex with Candy Finkelstein in a dream I had about COVID-19. And I can't wait till I'm dead from COVID-19. Even though they say she's out of my league, I'm coming up with a plan. I'm gonna change the way I strut my stuff. I'm gonna be a new man. I'll make her homemade ice cream. Ice, milk, and sugar, and you shake it all up to make her homemade ice cream. Capers on top, and I'm gonna make her mine with my homemade ice cream. Ice, milk, and sugar, and you shake it all up to make the homemade ice cream. Capers on top, and I'm gonna make her mine with my cup of juice, so we're literally just gonna squeeze our lemons. So we want about 1 cup of juice, so we're literally just gonna squeeze our lemons. Make it through the night, 'cause I am tired. So we want about 1 cup of juice, so we're literally just gonna squeeze. So we're literally just gonna squeeze. Always making children cry. Yes, that's just the way it's Testing, checking. Testing, checking. 1, 2, 2, 2. Two. Check. Help. 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 Ooh. Okay.
Computer, volume 10. Computer, what time is it?
The time is 11:01 a.m.
Hello everybody and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a nice little snack, maybe for your afternoon, or it could be a midnight snack, or just basically any time you want to eat between one of your regular meals. This is going to be a healthy snack. It's on what's called the modified Atkins diet. Atkins diet, as you know, is when you only eat meat. Well, the modified Atkins diet means that you're introducing other foods as well, like dairy. You're also introducing things like grains, wheat, enriched flour. So, something like a cheesecake would be on the modified Atkins diet. Pizzas, bacon double cheeseburger, of course, candy. Pretty much, it's a lot less restrictive than the regular Atkins. And that's why I prefer it. And so the ingredients that we're going to be using for this particular snack is very wholesome. It's going to be some brown sugar, some Philadelphia cream cheese, because remember, we can do dairy on our diet, and also some creamy peanut butter, an apple. Nothing's wrong with an apple. And also some vanilla extract. And I have a little bit of a problem here. I bought this from the grocery store not too far from me. And when I opened it, I noticed that it was already unsealed. So I'm guessing that somebody in the grocery store snuck in a couple of snacks of peanuts, just sort of ripped that, had a couple of them, and screwed this thing on. Now, I can't prove that. I'd like to go down there and get my money back, and probably they will give it to me. And I don't even know if it's absolutely impossible that I might have opened that thing. I'm going, well, did I come home and have a couple of peanuts? I don't remember doing that. So it's really been kind of this head fuck, It's like, am I going crazy? Because I don't want to pay for something if it's I'm not going to eat it if it's unsealed. If it was unsealed out of there, it's just, that's a terrible idea. So I don't really know. WikiTBH says, just gaslight yourself into thinking you opened it while driving. Well, but I wasn't driving. I walked from the store. So it would have been even weirder because it was in a bag. It would have required me taking it out of the bag. The chunk says, you're literally the reason I get out of bed before noon 2 days a week. Thanks for adding a little bit of spice to life. Thank you, the chunks. So I guess you're on the West Coast Pacific time as well. Getting up before noon is no easy task, especially for an old rock and roller like myself. Speaking of old rock and rollers, we're going to have a lot of fun with our music section today. We're going to do a tribute. So let's see if I can find... I was lucky enough to meet a childhood idol rock star recently. Let's see if I can find this. That's not it, of course. Hold on a second. There we go. That's Rudy Sarzo of the fame of not only Quiet Riot, one of the original members, and I think the only living member. If you want to see him recently, Crush with Eyeliner just sent a cool picture of him rocking out in 2023. And there's also some really old pictures if you go back far enough. Let's see. I guess I'd have to find like one of the old, yeah. So, well, this is, oh, come on. Is it going to do that thing where the picture's too big? I don't know where the picture is here. I don't know. I'm not very good at this kind of thing, but anyway, we're going to do a song from Quiet Riot that was requested to us. Game Master Flash says that picture is too dark. Yeah, I think that's probably one of the many issues that I was having. Parasitosis says, hi all, I'm currently being held in a government building basement doing secret metrology training. Oh, that's right, you work in metrology. I just want to wish Henry luck. Thank you very much, Parasitosis. I need to go back. The soldier here is getting angry. Catch y'all on the DVD. They have soldiers there overseeing the metrology training that you're doing. Okay. Thanks for that update. Robalex69 says, why do you look so happy in that picture? It was an incredible time for me. It was called the NAMM Show, which is a trade show, the National Association of Music Merchants, I believe, and it's surrounded with people playing musical instruments and just rocking out and doing their thing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show a video that I compiled later of the whole thing. But and I was meeting my childhood idol. It almost goes without saying. Dark Ages asks, does parasitosis need to be rescued? I didn't get that feeling. He was in a basement at gunpoint, but it seemed like he was there voluntarily. Okay. Let's go into some of our alerts here. We've got Fitchin' Hat. Has resubscribed for 31 months and says, Henry, you are the blue cheese on my wing. Q Bette Midler. Oh, that's right. It's a reference to you are the wind beneath my wings, but you're talking about chicken wings, and I'm happy to be that for you. It's Kate X. Thanks for rating us, and thanks for all that you do, and the chunks. Thanks for your resubscription and the fact that you got up before noon today to join us. And Ouija Board, B-O-R-E-D, has resubscribed for 17 months and says, Happy Wednesday. Thank you very much, Ouija Board. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the support from everybody. We've got 425 subscribers, which I think is plenty respectable in terms of what this show is and what we do. We've got 118 people viewing us right now, which makes me feel uncomfortable, like I should be providing a higher quality of entertainment or content or anything. But this Twitch platform is the reason that I never did anything in the mainstream broadcast arena, because I have a lot of dead time. My brain pauses a lot. Fondue Yourself says, you are high quality already. Thank you, Fondue Yourself. Well, we try here at Henry's Kitchen, and by we, I mean myself and my cat Roast Beef, trying his hardest to bring the cat video element to our show here. Of course, cat videos are astronomical in terms of views if you look at TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or anything. And even though Roast Beef doesn't really move very much, he just sleeps all the time, it's still better than nothing. And that's really our mission here at Henry's Kitchen, is we want to at least be better than nothing. JSBX fan says, I think he's pretending to sleep. And he's actually a spy. Let's take another look here. Does it seem that way? Yeah, his eyes are a little bit open. He does look like he's sort of looking through them. Maybe this has all been just part of an elaborately planned espionage operation where roast beef isn't a cat at all. He's like a mechanical droid or something. I don't know. But they're doing it. They did a good job. Oh, look at that. The eyes are open indeed. He's looking. He's watching. So good call on that. I would have never noticed. Munch Hotel says, has the thong song ever been done on stream? I'm not familiar with it, but yeah, sure. Speaking of songs, let's go ahead and grab the guitar here. And I want to thank, for the background image that we have here, I want to thank Gile Game Kande for this cool background. I think it looks like it's the west coast of Canada, but I could be wrong about that. All right. First off, maybe we'll get a little bit of some birthday obligations out of the way. We have a birthday. Let's put Alexander Dean sent us this picture, but there was no caption and there was no context, which is okay. But it looks like just a generally depressing situation happening here in this picture, with some cirrus clouds in the background. If I'm not mistaken. I say if I'm not mistaken because that opens it up so that if I am mistaken, you can ignore whatever, and that way you're never really held to what you say. Let's put on some reverb. Check. Test. Check. Okay, that sounds relatively in tune. Archbound says, I don't know how familiar Henry is with Indonesian food. I couldn't even tell you one Indonesian recipe. Computer, what are some examples of Indonesian food?
Some popular Indonesian dishes are nasi goreng, mie goreng, bihun, kueh, lumpia, and bakpia. These foods have Chinese influence.
So Chinese influence, okay. Thank you, Archbounds. Wow, that's a whole world of foods that I don't even think I'm familiar with, and I thought I knew them all at this point. Amazing. And one of them was called bihun. That sounds like something a husband on a sitcom would say when he's going to work in the morning. All right. Dazzlecat says, my mill made balacan once and I had to leave. Okay, balacan, is that one of those Indonesian dishes? Let's go ahead and do a birthday. We have a birthday that came through the Discord pipeline for one of our users here who goes by the name, it's a weird name, Nancy Pelosi's Giant Knockers. No comment on the name, except for the fact that I believe that Nancy Pelosi has always been a very attractive person. I've never actually looked at the knockers to see if they're big or not, but that's terrible life. Oh my. Pasta Gazilla. It's Kate X says there's a website called Food Guesser that's similar to GeoGuessr, Henry, that Paratosis found a while back. Let's make a note of that for sure. That sounds pretty awesome. Okay. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says maybe it's her door knockers. You know what? You're absolutely right. In which case, if that name or that handle, if you will, was referencing her door knockers, then I feel a little bit like some kind of perv because that's not where my brain went. But either way, let's go ahead and do the birthday here. It's nobody's birthday. No need for candles on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to go out there and party and go all bonkers. That's not a good rhyme. It's nobody's birthday but Nancy Pelosi's giant knockers. We did it, kind of. I couldn't really think of one. I think I'm going to stop working as hard to try to come up with those rhymes because it's too difficult to do on the spot. But if you want to see somebody who's good at it, then what you're going to have to do is go to Bill Larkin Music. It's all one word. Here on Twitch, give him a follow, and that's literally his whole show is improvising on the spot, parodies to songs that we all know, and it's just incredible. Alexander Dean, great job with the background picture. Do we know, do you have any context for this? Because that would be interesting. Okay, I'm going to go to another picture. This one was sent to me recently by my artist friend that you may know from when I used his house to make cannabis cookies. Achilles. This is Achilles's design for a Henry's Kitchen car. So that's a little something that he's working on. I don't know why we're all standing on water. And by all, I mean H-less, myself, and our car. But thank you, H-less, for all that you do. JSBX fan says, whoa, the modern day green slutmobile. What's the green slutmobile? Is that a famous... Is that... I wonder if that's referencing our green-sleeved person that we serenaded. Fondue yourself your new tour bus. Oh, it could be. All right. Thanks, Ageless, for that. And let's see what else we've got. Phaedra sent a picture of a Roadrunner. Very cool. Phaedra's... Pug Lady, Saguaro, I believe all are in the American Southwest, which is an incredible place. Go on a hike to Saguaro National Park in Tucson, Arizona, and you'll see some road runners. You'll see all kinds of cool stuff. Ouija board says that's not at all how I imagined a road runner to look like. And I could be wrong, but I think that's a Roadrunner. Lacey T says, my whole life is a lie. I thought of Roadrunners were the size of ostriches. Yeah, I think that everybody thinks about it from the cartoon, but the cartoon, of course, one of the reasons that you put things in a cartoon form is so that you can play with the laws of reality. Okay. Pug Lady 2600, do you guys have Roadrunners where you are? Because if you do, I think a lot of people might just drive out there right now, especially Kala, who is up there in Finland. Kala says, I thought Roadrunners were a fairy tale. No, they are real. Pug Lady says, we do indeed. Awesome. Well, let's get one more good look at our Roadrunner. And I actually have video of one that I took when I was hiking. So I'll bring that to the table one of these days. Let's go ahead and let's think of what we're going to do our song to here. Crush with Eyeliner on the Discord. JSBX fan here gave us this picture from Australia. I think I'm going to use this as our background for our first song here. We have reverb, right? Yeah, okay. Check. 1, 2, 2, 2. Help! It's too quiet. Help! Okay. Still getting over the cold. I still have a little bit of a little cough going on. All right. Yeah, Hoskins is right. I had to sort of hawk Tua a little bit there. Gumme Kande says that's cool. Norel Borel says Garfield looks a wee bit baked. Yeah, he looks like he's been partaking and now he's got the munchies or something. But that thing that he's holding looks delicious. Okay. Wumdingers says yes. Nice Smile 3125 says enough. All in capitals. Enough of what? What is it that you've gotten your fill of? You need to be a little bit more specific. JSBX fan says, does beef try to talk to birds? Beef doesn't try to talk to shit. He just sleeps. He does try to talk to me when he's hungry. And I think what he's saying is something similar to feed me, my slave. Orlando Trustful says, hello, Henry. I just want to apologize for the whole farting against the wall thing. Oh, did you fart against a wall and then we didn't? You don't even have to apologize about that. I didn't know that that was something you did. And it wouldn't necessarily bother me. I would just sort of walk away a little bit. JB's text says, beef doesn't try to talk to shit. New notification sound. Yeah, it sounds good. Orlando Trustful says, check your walls. Check my walls. Are you talking about this wall? Might need some explanation. It's probably my fault. I'm not necessarily always very good at understanding stuff, and that's my fault. My bad. I always think it's funny when someone says that's my bad, but it's something that's clearly their bad. You know. Ouija board BORED. Garfield is guzzlin' glitzies. Okay. We're going to do, I don't know which one to do. Why don't we first do this song that was requested to us by Parasitosis, who's currently at gunpoint in a basement practicing the art of metrology. And we'll just find the right key for this. I guess we could probably do this. I'm going to lower the key, but this is a song from the 90s. I don't know much about this band. I think it's called Sugar Ray. And this is one of those sort of poppy, sort of semi-grunge adjacent type bands, you know, like maybe a little bit like Smash Mouth. And it's very catchy. I'm going to be able to perform it because I just remember it played literally every day. And so if you were around during the 90s and a song played every single day, you know it whether you wanted to or not. But it's a nice little trip down memory lane here. So here we go for Parasitosis, Sugar Ray's Every Morning. Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed. I know it's not mine, but I'll see if I can use it for the weekend or a one-night stand. Couldn't understand how to work it out. Once again predicted, once again as predicted, left my broken heart open and you ripped it out. This is too low. Something's got me reeling, stopped me from believing, turned me around again. Said that we can do it, you know I want to do it again. Oh. This part's weird. Oh. the door, baby. Shut the door, baby. Shut the door, baby. Shut the door, baby. Every morning there's a heartache hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed. I know it's not mine and I know she thinks she loves me, but I never can believe what she said. Something so deceiving when you stop believing, turn me around again. Said we couldn't do it, you know I want to do it again. Oh, 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 oh. Shut the door, baby, shut the door, baby. Oh, oh. Shut the door. She always rights the wrong for me, baby. She always rights the wrong for me. Shut the door, baby. Shut the door. Come on. Shut the door. Game Master Flash says, wow, better than the original, Henry. Amazing. Voice of an angel. Thank you so much. Toke My Nuts says, I miss inoffensive 90s light rock. Yeah. It seems like it's all just offensive light rock now. And Norel Borel says, love, thanks. Pondre Pedora says, I don't want to shut the door. Well, shut the door. Come on. What are we doing here? We're trying to pay to heat the outside? I guess that's what he's talking about. Maybe it's either the AC or the heat, but something, depending on what climate this song was written in, somebody's paying for energy. And it's probably a dad, I guess. Dark Ages says, I like the idea of offensive light rock as a genre. Yeah, well, I think that some of it really has aged into a place where it's offensive to some. Lacey T says maybe he was getting dressed and didn't want anyone to see his buns. Yeah, that could be. You know, it could be that he was in a changing stall. If this was in the 90s, it would have been Miller's Outpost or one of those types of places, and somebody opened the door on him, and the entire store saw him in his undies, his skivvies, and he was like, shut the door, baby, and it was maybe his girlfriend. I don't know. I'd really like to know what the story is there. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you very much to JSBX Fan and Crush with Eyeliner for sending us that cool background pic, and also for sending that picture of Rudy Sarzo rocking out. We got a picture from Dark Ages here. And this, if I'm not mistaken, that's the moon. And is that Mercury on the right side? I think you mentioned it in the caption, but I don't know if I have that in front of me. Pug Lady says, Miller's Outpost was my first job. It was a great place. I used to buy everything there. Bought all the clothes for my senior banquet. And I would have bought my clothes for my prom there, except that I didn't go to the prom because I was too shy to ask the person that I wanted to go to prom with me. I almost cried a little bit right there. What's that about? Happy birthday, Miku. Space is missing a water bottle. Oh, you're absolutely right. Happy birthday, Miku. Thank you. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday, Miku. And you're right. We do need a water bottle in space. Maybe we can work on that. Norel Borel says, what kind of store was Miller's Outpost? What kind of store wasn't Miller's Outpost? It was a clothing store where you would get your jeans, your dress shirts, or just casual shirts. They probably had the brands that we all wanted back in the day. like, Ocean Pacific and Lightning Bolt or whatever. I don't know if they did or not. Dark Ages says, thanks, I'm sorry I didn't send it in the night ratio. The moon isn't really, just a bit squished. Okay, let's check in on our alerts here. Fondue Yourself, thanks for resubscribing. And Ouija Board, B-O-R-E-D, says happy Wednesday. Thanks so much. What else do we got going on here? Okay, so we've got another song request. This one comes to us from Kala, who's all the way up there in Finland, and this is probably what it looks like right now in Finland at noon. If my geography is correct. Computer, is it daytime or nighttime?
It's 11:32 a.m.
Yeah, whatever. Computer, stop. Like I'm asking if it's daytime or nighttime here. Like I think the computer just thinks all people are just really not very bright. Okay, Calicus says it's 21:32. Okay, so that would make it 9:32 in the PM. So my next question is is it daytime or nighttime where you are, Kala? You don't have to answer. But let's go ahead and do the song that you requested. This one, once again, a song that featured, that was by the band Quiet Riot. And this particular lineup, let's see if I can grab a pic. Oh my goodness. How am I gonna find this? Here we go. This is a picture that I found. This is Quiet Riot. This was probably in the late 70s. And yeah, that is one of the lineups. So certainly the guy to the left is Randy Rhoads. He's no longer with us. He died way too young in a plane crash. And then Kevin Dubrow, the singer, second from the left, is deceased as well, probably out of overindulging the way a lot of rock stars do. The guy to the left, the guy second from right, I think is still with us, but all the way to the right is Rudy Sarzo, who I got to meet, or I should say whom I got to meet recently, and I'm going to try to find that picture now. Boy, this is really difficult. Oh yeah, here's another picture of Quiet Riot. And unfortunately that top right is their other drummer, who is now deceased, probably as a result of overindulgence, but I could be wrong about that. They both played for Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads, and Rudy Sarzo. And I've got a picture here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here we go. But of course it's way too big. Oh my God. Can anything be easy? Like, I just want one thing to just be so, like, to be easy. This picture is so huge. I have to resize it and all kinds of shit. Let's see here. Quanto is probably having a heart attack right now, seeing me try to do this reshaping. It's basically our foreheads here. We're getting there. There we go. That's Rudy Sarzo and myself. Was it worth it? All that work? I don't know, but I want to say that, so Rudy Sarzo played with Whitesnake. Quiet Riot still went back to the early Randy Rhoads days, got hired on the Ozzy Osbourne and first couple of albums. I want to see that book. I really want to see a book written by Rudy Sarzo, because I'll bet he's got stories not just about the bands that he played with, but also they must have worked with all kinds of bands. I guess he probably would have been on the lineup, and correct me if I'm wrong, at the US Festival in 1983. I would imagine. But was Quiet Riot there? I don't know. But I know Ozzy Osbourne was, so. Okay, enough of all this. Let's go ahead and do this song request from Kala. This song was originally written by a band called Slade, and now we're going to perform it. Let's see if we can find a good key for it here. I'm going to do it in the Jose Suicidio style here, so let's see what we can do. Come on, feel the noise. Girls, grab your boys. We'll get wild, wild, wild. Wild, wild, wild. So you think I've got an evil mind? Well, I tell you, honey, I don't know why. I don't know why. So you think my singing's out of tune? It makes me money. That part's not true for me. I don't know why. I don't know why anymore. Oh no. Sorry, getting over a little cold here. So come on, feel the noise. Girls, grab your boys. We'll get wild, wild, wild. I imagine this is probably what happened at my prom in 1987, but I didn't go because I was too shy to ask the girl that I wanted to take. And I remember at the time thinking, oh no, my whole life is ruined. And I was right. So you think I got a funny face? I got no worries. I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh, I gotta sing with some disgrace. I'm in no hurry. And I don't know why. I don't know why anymore. Oh no. So come on, feel the noise. Girls, grab the boys. We'll get wild, wild, wild. Wild, wild, wild. Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock the boys. We're gonna get wild, wild, wild. Oh yeah. While this was happening, I was at a diner. Well, you think we have a lazy time? You should know better. I don't know why. I don't know why. So you say I got a dirty mind. I'm a mean go-getter. And I don't know why. I don't know why anymore. Oh no. Oh, come on, let's do this. Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys. We'll get wild, 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 wild. Ah, ah, ah. Voided Null 222 says, Henry, you're the icon of my life. Please don't die. I'm trying. I really am trying not to die, as I hope all of us are. But sometimes it's difficult, especially when you come down with whatever I had about a week ago. Just a terrible flu, 102. Awful. Okay, Fitchin Hat says outstanding. Thank you very much. And GSBX fan, like seeing that pic of y'all at NAMM. Thanks. I was wondering if that would be effective or not, and it does seem like it was. Everyone type Forson says, are you acting in any more movies, Henry? They need new people for Star Wars. No, I'm not in Star Wars, but I will say that I did secure an acting role in a YouTube series that I'm actually very excited about, and I'm going to shoot it in March, and I'll let everybody know here when that comes out, because I think I'm going to be featured fairly heavily, and I'm really looking forward to getting back into acting. It's something that I love, that I'm very passionate about. I'm not very good at it and have never achieved much success at it, but none of that should matter if you like what you're doing. Okay. I think it's time for us to get into the reason we came today. Doctor Who HQ says, Henry, have you ever gone to Home Depot? I have. Why do you ask? I think I went to Home Depot very specifically to get the microwave, and it sounds like maybe you want to see how that transaction worked. Not only have I been to Home Depot, but I've also literally got a video of it. So let's find it.
It's nobody's birthday. Don't light a candle on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to uncork the wine.
That was me. Yeah, I was very happy during that. All right, so roast beef is coming here to ruin the stream. Not sure how we're gonna deal with that. Fortunately, and I feel bad saying this, but he's become so old that his meow has gotten quieter, and it makes it easier for us to stream through his wails. Okay, everybody, here we go. I'm so bummed because I could actually go for some peanuts right now, but I have to take these back because they were unsealed. Let's see how many. We've got 160 viewers, so I want to bring everybody up to speed here. I went this morning to get ingredients for today's recipe, and one of the ingredients was some peanuts. But when I opened them to get everything ready for the recipe, I noticed that the seal, the freshness seal, was open. So I'm imagining that somebody literally just was hungry and picked this off the shelf and poked through it and took a couple of peanuts, which is extremely rude. The kind of mindfuck part of it is, I'm like, did I take some peanuts and forget that I did it? Like, ugh. But either way, I'm sure that the grocery store probably has a policy of they'll exchange it for me, even if it could be my fault. Duza says, maybe the river bisons did it. The river bisons. The river bison. The reverb is on, I think is what they're trying to say. Check. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. That was a nice message there in code to tell me that I had left the reverb on. Terrible Life says people at the grocery are insane. They are. They're just like, it's sort of like that show The Walking Dead where they're just sort of zombies walking around trying to kill you. Disappoint says, I always write a number on each peanut when I buy them. That way I know which ones I've eaten. Ooh, that's good. That's a really good way to do it. Dazzlecat says, peanuts are like grapes. You can try a couple in the store to make sure they're fresh. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same thing. What is this? Is there a lady in a skirt in the microwave? I'm not sure what's in the microwave. Let me see. It's always a mystery to me what's in the microwave. I'm not sure what that is. Voided Null 222 says, I like jelly beans. How about you, Henry? Love them. Yeah, I wish I had them right now. I wish I had anything right now that I could snack on, but I'm not going to take a chance with previously opened peanuts. Ligos 96 says, I prefer the lady in the skirt to the scary man we had earlier. Yeah, I agree. What is the deal here? Roast beef. I'm gonna take him over to his bed. Let's see if that worked. Sometimes when you just sort of orient him in his bed situation, he's okay. But yeah, so he just woke up from a nap, and so he's grumpy, and you know he's been fed, he's been taken to the vet. Now he's coming back down. Shit. I think we're just gonna have to ignore him. Sometimes it means he's constipated. Okay, I put him in another bed situation, so we'll see what happens there. All right, everybody. I think we've done enough pussy farting around here. Andro Fight says, roast beef is also upset about the peanut situation. Yeah, it could be that. I wish he could be clearer in terms of what it is that's bothering him. But he got a great report from the vet. He is 20 years old. He's what you call a geriatric cat. And seeing as how cats have 9 lives, he actually would be more like 180 years old. Okay. JSBX fan says he's being pretty clear. Well, all of his needs have been met, except for maybe he's just right now saying that he's dying and nobody cares. But I want to tell him I care. I don't know. It's very difficult. Everyone typed Forson says, are you joining the gang at Wendy's on 1245 Long Pine Boulevard today at 3? Is there a gang at Wendy's? 1245. There's a reference happening there that I'm not familiar with. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Here, hold on a second. Okay, I don't like to do this, but just because of the emergency of the situation, I actually had to put him on my bed. which is supposed to be off limits, but I'm just trying to appease him any way I can. Clean DeMello says, tuning in from the tip of the Taj Mahal. Thanks for the great show. Wow, that's pretty incredible. Thank you so much. Cranky Brian, shame our furry friends have to age so much faster than us Homo sapiens. You're absolutely right. It's depressing. So much about it is just, it's difficult. Every now and then I've thought, well, maybe I should get a little puppy or a little kitten or something to have some kind of youth around the house to make things a little bit more bright and hopeful. But I don't think, I think that Roast Beef's little heart there might get a little bit too anxious if we had a situation like that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the video of Roast Beef and his first acting job, just so that I can check in with Roast Beef and make sure everything's good there. Okay, hold on. If you want to see more of that film, Dark Ages actually clipped a few more of those scenes, and they're on the Discord. Oh, God. Not sure exactly how we're going to deal with this situation, but I feel a little bad. Pandre Padora says, Henry, why did Roast Beef become a villain? No, that was acting. That was just an acting role. Everybody has to play the role that's put in front of them in the acting business. Okay, everybody, let's go. What's this? We've got a... Franz Schubert says, I was enjoying one of your delicious chutney cheese weenie bites when I started to choke. I live alone and began to panic. Then I remembered the great advice that you gave me. Give up, loser. You're going to choke to death just like you choked away any chance of success in your meaningless life. When I collapsed to the floor in dismay, enough force was created to push air up and dislodge the obstruction. Thanks, Henry. You're a hero. Thanks, Franz Schubert. I'm glad that my words were able to help you. I actually did choke one time. I was in a lobby it was intermission for a play that I was seeing, that a friend of mine was in a play. And I had a tortilla chip that got lodged in my throat, and I started choking, and I was struggling with the fact that I was very embarrassed about drawing attention to myself, but I also wanted to have my life saved, so I kind of went up to the theater manager or whoever it was, and I was like that, which is the universal symbol for when you can't breathe because you're choking. And the guy said, you're choking? All right. And he proceeded to give me the Heimlich maneuver. And of course, now every single person in the lobby was looking at me. It was like, I don't know, 60 people. It was really embarrassing. But the guy did save my life. And years later, he called me and asked me for money. And what are you going to do? So I had to give him money. And Norel Boral says, that's wild. I'm glad you lived. Me too, sort of. Doctor Who HQ says, that signal usually means, look at this mole on my neck. So it's lucky he interpreted it that way. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody remove this. This could be, whatever, cancerous. I don't know. This is a very, this is an extra Roast Beef situation. But we have to do an ad anyway, so maybe we'll do that. We're going to show a 3-minute ad. If you're one of the subscribers, you're not going to see the ad. But if you are not a subscriber, it's going to be an ad for 3 minutes. But this is a good time to get up, go to the bathroom. I'm going to see what's going on with Roast Beef here in the meantime. And we'll try to come up with some content that we'll show for 3 minutes while I figure the situation out. So here we go. And I think we're ready for the video. What the fuck? Beelzebub just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Beelzebub. All right, I'm gonna find a video here. Hold on. We're gonna get this all solved. Everything is a little topsy-turvy sometimes, but we can figure this out. Here we go. Relaxing sleep video for 3 minutes.
Hello there, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen. I'm Henry Phillips, and I will be your guide as we meander through the aromatic kitchens of Southern Europe. For tonight's sleepy recipe, we will enjoy an Italian and Spanish-influenced gourmet seafood feast. Set the table for peace and calm. Unbuckle your belt, and get ready to be completely full from 7 courses of relaxation. Course 1. Shrimp and avocado ceviche. Avocado shrimp ceviche is irresistible with chips. Step 1. Fill a large pot with 1 quart of water. Cut 4 limes in half and squeeze their juice into a pot. Add lime halves. Bring to a boil, then turn off heat. Let mixture steep about 10 minutes. Return to a boil. Step 2. Add shrimp to pot. As soon as the water returns to a rolling boil, pour the shrimp mixture into a colander. Discard cooking liquid and limes. Return shrimp to the pot. Cover and let stand for 15 minutes. Then transfer the shrimp to a baking sheet and spread them out. Let stand until cool enough to handle. Step 3. Peel and devein shrimp and cut into thirds. Transfer to a medium bowl. Stir in 1/4 cup of lime juice and the scallions, chilies, vinegar, thyme, and oregano. Let stand at room temperature for 1 hour, stirring occasionally. Step 4. When ready to serve, stir avocados, cilantro, and salt into the shrimp mixture. Serve with tortilla chips. Course 2.
Oh, no.
Spanish gazpacho.
We don't need to go into course 2. Okay, so just if anybody's following along, I gave roast beef just a little bit more food, hoping that that was going to help. But I think that, unfortunately, what roast beef is dealing with is the overwhelming weight of recognizing his own mortality. The days of immortality are done. Those are the 9 lives, and I think he's on his last one. Lurcher says, you can't afford to break concentration in the kitchen, not even for a second. You're absolutely right. It's time to make this dish. The unsubs are back. Roast beef will come back, so let's just not think that we're in the clear yet. I've also got cockroaches, maybe. So I've been sealing the drains with sticky plastic wrap. Life is not ideal. But I'm going to wash my hands. We're going to do the best that we can here. I can't eat peanuts even though I'm starving because I don't know where they've been. Let's take a look at what we've got. So this recipe is going to come to us from tasteofhome.com, where they do these recipes. If you want to see what it's going to look like, it's going to look like this when we're done, except it's not going to have peanuts in there. Let me check in with the alerts here. Beelzebub, thanks again so much for your gift of 5 Tier 1 subs, and also thanks Franz Schubert. Caffeinated Kath, hi Henry, the office is here and ready to learn. A bit late, it's been crazy. Caffeinated Kath watches from work, and this looks like a great work snack right here. I'll show you the ingredients that I've got in front of me here. It's basically cream cheese, peanut butter, and I don't know if you saw earlier, I have these peanuts that are supposed to go in there, but when I got them back from the grocery store, this was opened. So, and also roast beef is trying as hard as he can to ruin this stream with his plaintive wailing and screaming. Oh, he's going to the bathroom now, which is a good sign because it could be that he's been constipated this whole time. But all right, we're getting way into information that we don't even need to be talking about. So let's get the show on the road. Oh boy, it's got to be tough to be a geriatric cat. He's probably dreads going to the bathroom every time. I'm not even going to put the camera on him this time because I feel like it's cruel. Link's Deity says pre-snacked pea-butts. I mean peanuts. Yeah, there was a typo there. Thome Fan 251, he's working on his singing voice. Yeah. Okay. I'm having a little bit of a ADHD attack. I need to get back in focus here. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys will be happy about this. Look at this. I don't know if anybody's seen this in the background. This is the old work bowl. We haven't pulled this sucker out since pre-cockroach era, which would have been like November of 2024. It seems like so long ago. But we've got it. We've got the work bowl here. A lot of people were concerned about whether I threw it away. And we like to hang on to these sort of things, you know. We don't like to see parts of our life disappear, and so that's why I'm happy that I found this. The first order of business here is that it wants us to combine all the ingredients. So let's see here. It says here, upgrade your afternoon snack with this delicious cheesecake-like peanut butter dip. Serve it with any dipper, from apples to pretzels to veggie sticks. Pretzels sounds way better than apples, but this is probably healthier. So here we go. All right, so how are we gonna? Okay, so we want to combine cream cheese. Oh no. Okay, we want 1 carton. We're not gonna need a whole carton. It's literally just roast beef and oh jeez. He just went to the bathroom, and that's usually bad. Oh boy, he's having a really rough time today. You know, part of the irony is that when I'm not streaming, he's doing okay. He's pretty much quiet and just mellow. Maybe he's just tired of not having the camera on him. But then when I put the camera on him, he doesn't like that either. All right. I'm going to try one more attempt to console roast beef. Something's really bugging him. But he's been to the vet recently, and all of his blood work came up great. As a matter of fact, the doctor was like, wow, for a 20-year-old cat, he's doing well. But I think the 20-year-old cat is the operative part. Okay, now I've got cat juice all over my hands from picking him up, so I'm going to have to wash that again. I also have fruit flies. That's a new thing. So we finally got rid of the cockroaches, but now we have fruit flies. So it just kind of keeps on going here. Duza says maybe he needs ointment for his anal crystals. Yeah, that's something I want to explain to people also. The vet said that he has these crystallizations that form on the rim of his anus. So it hurts when he goes to the bathroom, and that might have been what was just happening there. It could be that he puts off going to the bathroom for as long as possible, and it makes him uncomfortable. But when he finally does it, he just lets out a big scream, and I think he's back in bed now. Let's take a look. Yeah, so he's back in bed, and it's a tough life, you know. It's like the most drama he gets out of the day is just getting up to go to the bathroom, and makes a big production of it, and then he just goes back to sleep. It's not a quality life, but as long as we're on the subject, it's not a great quality life for a lot of us. Link's Deity says these kinds of things are best explained over food. You're absolutely right. Okay. Growing old sucks. You're right. Chris likes pizza. And I can attest to that as well as roast beef. Sorry, I'm having this sudden kind of moment of seeing humor in the fact that there's probably a lot of stuff going on Twitch right now that involve much more happy situations than what's happening here at Henry's Kitchen, and I'm amused by it, so forgive me. All right, we're going to start combining our ingredients. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take 1/4 of this cream cheese. Let's start with that. And this is a sealed package, so we're good on that. You can grab any kind of utensil you want. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab a basic spoon. And we're going to put this... sorry, this is not right. We're going to put this in our work bowl, like so. Okay. And then we want 1/4 cup of creamy peanut butter. I don't know how important it is to measure these items. I'm just going to kind of guesstimate. If you live with someone else, make sure that you don't do what I just did, where you take your spoon that's got the cream cheese on it and then dip it into the jar with the peanut butter, because then you're going to mix the two up, and some people don't like that. Androphyte says, from roast beef's perspective, you probably are thousands of years old. Yeah, it must be pretty amazing. Maybe that's what he's been trying to comment on this whole time. What else we got? We got 1/4 cup of fat-free milk. Why is it fat-free milk? Well, I'll tell you. It's because we have a lot of fat between the cream cheese and the peanut butter here. We don't necessarily want to add much more fat by putting whole milk in there. However, all I have is whole milk, so we're just going to have an extra fatty situation. But remember, we're doing something called the modified Atkins diet. So Atkins, of course, is just meat. This is modified Atkins, which also includes dairy, sugar, wheat, rice, enriched flour, and things like cheesecake. Duzah says, I think the fat cancels each other out like a double negative. Maybe so. I don't know for sure. But I wouldn't bet on it. Oh, we need a teaspoon of vanilla extract here. Hold on a second. I know I have it. Okay, I don't have vanilla extract. I have something called almond extract. I don't see any reason why we couldn't just use some of that. I mean, this is peanut butter. It's not a very far cry from almond to peanuts. Okay, we're not going to be able to use... Oh, yeah, we want some brown sugar. And remember, this brown sugar is on the modified Atkins, so you don't have to worry about that. This brown sugar is all sort of jammed up, so doing the best I can with that. Unsalted peanuts, of course, we're not going to be able to use, which really sucks. As soon as the stream's over, I'm going to go over to the supermarket and just give them a piece of my mind. Not rip their head off, because that's not something that necessarily they can control all the time, but I'm just going to give them a little piece of my mind for selling me a peanut thing that was previously unsealed. Now, if they can produce a videotape of me opening it myself and eating it, then I'm going to be very embarrassed. Pasta Gazilla says almond extract is less strong. Less is more would be a good way to approach using it. Okay. It's more strong. Okay, well, I wish I would have read that before I put in, because I put in a lot. Franz Schubert, tell them they made your cat very upset. Yeah, that always helps. Okay, let's see what's next here. What we need to do. Why am I not able to see where the directions are? What in the hell's happening here? Jump to recipe. Okay. Directions. In a small bowl. Well, we don't have a small bowl. This is a regular sized bowl. Beat the first 5 ingredients until blended. Stir in the peanuts. Serve with apple slice. Okay, so we have to beat this up somehow. So I'm going to need a whisker. I don't, because of the whole situation that I've been in, I don't seem to have my whisker handy, so I think we're just going to use these traditional utensils. But this will be a good chance to go through some of the alerts and see how you guys are doing. I know you guys have questions. No Frag TV says, I'd prefer a non-violent recipe. Well, this is pretty non-violent. Oh, is it because it said that we have to beat it vigorously? Yeah, it sounds a little bit more, violent than it is. Happy birthday, Miku says, I like a disgusting amount of almond extract. Okay, well, I think that's what we have here. And I might have put in too much milk. I'm not quite sure. But you can see this is finally, it's starting to beat up quite nicely here. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, is this from that website Moms with Nuts? No, I think we used that one last time. This one is called Taste of Home. Stampede 993, the work bowl can take it. Oh yeah. And if you ever get tired, you can switch hands. Start doing it that way. Okay. Now what I think I'm going to do, this is just about ready. Let me taste it. Not bad. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into our bowl. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put this on there. We've got a little bowl here. I'm just a little guy, so that's all I need. I mean, I'm just myself. I'm just one person is what I mean. Almost feel like roast beef could eat this, but he's so old, I don't want to take a chance on his digestive system taking in new stuff. Not right now. Okay, so I'm leaving a lot of the liquid behind here. And give it one last stirring here. Get it all mixed up there. This is a better thing to stir in, to be honest with you. The dice have fallen says that's a great bowl. Yeah, this is a great bowl for serving. Lynx Deity says love that house-made loom. Yeah. JSBX fan says, are we cooking anything today or only beating up? Yeah, I don't know if you would call it cooking. No, I'm not going to be turning on the oven today, if that's what you're asking, or even the stove. There won't be heat today. Okay, I think we're just about there. Hold on a second. I'll try this. Okay. The flavors are blending, which is what we want. Now we're going to have to find a knife. I do not have my gloves handy. I have a fire retardant glove, and it's also knife retardant. And but right now I'm just going to try to be, wow, that's real close here. Let's get a little zoomed out there so you can see what's happening. You're going to start making apple slices. Picture this part in the middle as the core. And then you want to cut around it. So there's 1, 2. I need a bigger cutting board. I don't know where the Henry's Kitchen one is right now, but I'll find it. Okay, this is the core. You can throw this away. Okay, now we need to slice these appropriately, so I'm going to go ahead and... There's not really any wrong way to do this part. Quick check on roast beef just to see. Yeah, I guess once he's had his bowel movement, he's all right. He just is just one of these needy guys that just has to tell everybody when he's having a situation. But he's deserved it. He's a good cat. He's done a lot of good for this world. He's made a lot of people happy. He's made a lot of children laugh, and I don't know what more you can really do. Okay, this is it. This is our final dish, everybody. Look at this. This looks actually quite beautiful. This is going to be a nice snack for while we're playing our game, which we're going to start real soon here. Let's take a look at the example pic. I'd say ours looks better. They slice their apples a little bit thinner. But other than that, I mean, of course we're missing the damned peanuts. And I'm still upset about that. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of this. Androphyte says, how many people does this serve? Just one. This is just going to be for me. If you want to serve 2 people, then you're going to have to do all kinds of math to try to figure it out. I think you'd probably double all the ingredients, literally. Wonderful. Wow. This is delicious. This is a delicious snack. And the almond extract, I think, is better. It's very strong. But you know what? I think it's better. All right. I think we did good here. You might say, well, no. Grammatically speaking, it needs to be you did well. I was using good as a noun, meaning we did good. like you do good in your life. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain what I meant by that, but JSBX man, time to get the peanut butter on the gaming keyboard. Yeah, we're gonna have to get this gaming situation going right now. Game Master Flash says, I was in a meeting and missed the Gamba, but I always vote on Henry. Yeah, Shamekwa says that it's very watery. You're talking about our dip there? It is a little bit, but you know what's extremely watery is the leftover part. But I might even eat that also if I'm hungry enough. But no, I think this is going to be a delicious little snack that's going to accompany us for our game. Fondue Yourself says, I'm excited to make this for dessert tonight. I don't know that it's a dessert item. But I you know, anything is a dessert if you put sugar on it. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, mine didn't taste very good, but I probably didn't put enough cat juice. I don't think you want to put cat juice. Fondue Yourself just came up with the most kick-ass idea. Add chocolate chips. It sure is. I have chocolate chips. Oh, wow. This is going to put this over the top. I'm going to use the rest of our chocolate chips. This was a great idea. You saved the day. Fondue Yourself. How does this work? Okay. Stir them up a little bit. That's going to be delicious. Wow. What a great idea that was. Melting the chips, that would be awesome too, but I just didn't really have time. It was such a last minute decision. But a lot of what you do in the kitchen is just sort of improvisation based. Let's take a look at our alerts here. Thanks again to Beelzebub. We have... it's time to do our game. Okay, let's do it. So there's a game called Firewatch. Last time I tried to play it, I realized later that I was starting to develop 102 fever. And roast beef was screaming, and I just... everywhere I went in the game, it would just be a solid brick wall I couldn't get through. That might happen again this time. I hope it doesn't. But I'm going to try. We're going to try to get past this one part. So I'm going to open the game. Check. Okay, so I'm going to need a little bit of help from the community here. If you guys have some way of telling me what I should be doing, please, by all means, tell me, because it's not going great for me, this game. It's sort of pointing out everything that I'm bad at. Link's Deity just gifted a tier 1 sub to Kelly and Mitch. Thank you so much, Link's Deity. Okay. It's Kate changed the game to Firewatch. Thanks so much. It's Kate X says, I played it earlier to find out where to go. Okay, good. I'm going to need your help. It's so embarrassing how bad I am at the whole situation of gaming, but I'm going to try to get better at it. Here, I need to do... First, let's get everything working from a visual perspective. And this is the game. So hopefully you can hear it you can hear me, you can see me, and you can see the game. Are all of those things that I just said true? Please let me know, and then we can have a good experience. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a piece of apple and chocolate chip peanut butter dip. Thanks, Escape. Many Ties says 13 years ago you had a Valentine dinner date. Are you still together with her? Valentine stream coming up. No, I'm not still together with her, but we are friends. Wow, has that been 13 years? Holy shit. All right, let's go into the game and let's see what's going on here. No turning back now. Find... Okay, wait. Hold on. There's a cropping issue here. There was a message saying find the teens. So here's what I think I have to do. Loading screen. I'm here, Henry. I love you. Henry ran really quick to my desk to be here. Thanks. Thanks so much for doing that. Okay, I'm going to go to the map. It says here, okay, hold on. There's something wrong with the perspective. Hold on. I have to figure one thing out because, of course, it wouldn't be easy. There we go. I think it's something like that. Find the teens. Okay, so... I think that means that I need to go to Jonesy Lake. And where am I? I'm up here. So I need to start by going south. And even southeast a little bit. So let's point south and to the east. I need to go down this way. And I also need to put the map away. Oh yeah, that was sort of the problem that we were having here, is I can't get down there. See, this is the kind of shit that there's no reason why the game shouldn't allow me to go down that way. There's a path down to the west, It's Kate X says. Okay. Head up to the top of that hill you're on. There's a path down to the west. Okay, I think this is what you mean. There's a utility pole. End of the wire. Is this the path? Let me make sure. Yeah, I am going to the west. So does that mean then... Oh, I see. Then I can go down that way. Okay, thanks so much, It's Kate. I need this. I know that for a lot of you guys, it's considered cheating to have somebody tell you what moves to make. But in this case, I really, really do need it because I've been at a standstill for very long. Oh, look at that. We've got a beer can. I'm going to clean it up. Drop down. Okay, we are making some progress here. A. Lai says there's no rule against okayage. Everyone can enjoy a game the way they want. That's very nice. Nice to hear that. Thanks. And Mr. Donowall says chuck it. Yeah, this is definitely one of those kind of days. Everyone type Forsen says, can you run? I think there was a way to run, but it's not working now. Long drop down here. Okay. 2 Forks. So we want to go to Jonesy Lake, I believe. 2 miles to the south. This is already going so much better than it had been before. Now, did I go the wrong way? Let me make sure I'm still going south. Where am I? Where the fuck am I? Okay, there's Jonesy. Oh, I'm way up here. Okay. Wow, I'm really far. Yeah, running would be good. Oh wow, we've got a little log bridge there. I think we're doing this. We're getting there. What does this say? Can't jump down there. I gotta find these teens. Backpack to my left. Where do you see that? Oh, down there. But I can't go down here. No, it's up where I am. Oh, here. Hanging backpack. Yeah, I would have missed that 100% easily. Swipe. Brian Godwin's backpack. Yeah, let's take it. Whoever he is. We got a camera.
Well, I am flush with ropes now. Just found an old pack full of them, in decent condition too.
That's lucky.
I mean, there's enough rope here that I could just leave them hooked up, I think.
There we go.
Get this. This pack came with one of those cardboard single-use cameras.
With pictures left?
Yeah, he only used 3 or 4.
Neato.
Thank you, Brian Goodwin.
Wait, who?
The bag had the name Brian Goodwin sewn into the top.
Huh. Wow.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I just haven't heard that name in a few years. Anyway, yeah, Brian Goodwin. He was stationed in 2 Forks, your lookout, with his dad Ned 3 summers ago.
Trying to repel.
You can bring children out here?
No. You know, I'm not a stickler for rules. They took off halfway through the summer.
I can take photos. Let's try that.
Why? Where did they go?
I don't know. I never really hit it off with old Ned, and one day they were just gone. Sucks. Anyway, so it goes. Have fun with that camera. Try not to snap anything that would scar a Photodome employee.
I don't know. I got a lot of hiking to do. Might get bored.
Well, I'm bored as rocks, so I'll keep you company while you find those girls, huh?
I'm gonna do more rappelling. Okay, so Dark Ages says I could take pictures. Let's do that. Wait, what's this? Thin column of smoke. Oh, okay. I think that means we're getting close. Let me see my camera. It's not a bad pic. There we go. Very nice. Supply cache. Can I open it? Apparently I can. 1590. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4? This is probably from weeks ago that we learned whatever the thing was. That was it. I remembered it. How could I have remembered 1, 2, 3, 4? It seems like it's an impossible number to remember. Maybe I'm getting smarter. Loose stone. Fossilized claw. What am I going to do with that? I guess I'll drop it. I don't know. It doesn't have the option to keep it. Loose stone. Examine. Yeah, it's a loose stone. Okay. So a whole lot of nothing here, basically. Jonesy Lake, this way. It's Kate says, on those supply caches, there's a map that you can click on that will add information to your map. Oh yeah? Let me take a look. Take a look. Oh, you're right. Good call. Okay, it's updated. Let's go to my map now. Okay, I'm going to get good at this by the time the game is over. Okay, so now we still want to go to Jonesy Lake. I don't know which way is the better way to go. Wait, it says here. I think I'll go down here.
Hey, sorry about snapping at you earlier. I thought about it and yeah, I suppose that must have sounded kind of weird when you heard me take that other call. Plus, you're just out here in your own head. Trust me, I know how it is. So, did you break any hearts back in Colorado when you took this job? I myself have chosen to never get attached to anyone who would miss me, but I know I'm a bit of an outlier. Wait, I don't mean that the way it sounds. I mean, I care about people, and I like companionship as much as the next person. But why does it have to come from the same person for your whole life? My Aunt Kathy was married to the same guy for 4 decades, and when he died, she found out he'd been having an affair with a real estate broker for 15 years. Whereas my Aunt Judy traveled the world dating artists and musicians as she saw fit. Call me crazy, but I'd rather spend a week in bed with Sonny Bono than half a lifetime with some cheating stockbroker.
Hey, what's wrong with Sonny Bono?
I'm actually married.
But you're here.
Everything's fine. Just, we're taking some time apart, getting some fresh air.
A little change.
Yeah,
Alright, well, we can just leave it at that.
thanks.
What's this? No trespassing. Use code 1863. Okay. Wow, I'm so surprised I hit a dead end. Am I still going to the southwest? Yes, I am. Find the teens. all dead end shit. Southeast now, no. Southwest. Okay. We're gonna have to find out what happens here. Looks like we can sort of go up. To the north. Here we go, guys. This is it. This is where we have a problem. There's a fence. And I guess I'll go north. But I can't. I can circle the fence. Yeah, running would be great. I think I'm really literally just going the opposite direction where I'm supposed to. So this is where we were. Can you see the radio on the sign? Oh. A radio? Nah. I guess I can go up and to the left. I want to find the teens. Let's see here. I think I'm just going back the way that I came this whole time, which is, what is that? Oh, a leaf.
Just so you know, I didn't mean to overstep my bounds earlier when you brought up your wife.
Let's put the map away.
I know you didn't. You were just making conversation. I appreciate it.
So, tell me about her, if you want.
She's actually very sick. I shouldn't be here.
Gonna take a break.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, you are here, and it's beautiful, and escaping isn't always something bad.
Yeah, sure.
Go back to the cache and take the other trail. Okay. Very unfortunate that I have to do that. The whole point was that I had to go to Jonesy Lake to find those kids. But I guess we'll go the other way. Two Forks, 1.6 miles south. That's basically home. So let's see. South is this way. How do I get to go south? Like, didn't I just go this way? No. Go left. Yeah, going faster at this point would be pretty cool. Let's see how we're doing on the map here. We're getting off the beaten path here. So I want to go to the west a little bit. Pressing R can make you run. Oh, that's great. That's great to know. Okay. Oh, this is
I've had
great.
a hell of a time getting this fucking flapjack off his ass and out to repair that wire.
Burned area, burned tree. Supply drop.
Anyway, a few thinly veiled threats should be all it takes to get us back up and running. You guy's a pushover. What does she have?
She's got Alzheimer's, like dementia.
Whoa. How old was she?
Is she? She's alive. She's with her family in Melbourne, Australia. She's 43.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What was it like when you guys found out?
We were scared shitless. We went straight to the doctor after her first spell or whatever. They diagnosed her and we were both just very scared. Can't really tell when Julia is scared. She just gets quiet. She was very quiet.
Okay. Alright, I'm going down here. I think I remember doing that. Okay. Elias says, I made my girlfriend play this. I didn't know you could suck at walking simulators. Yeah. Well, I definitely do. I think your girlfriend's in good company here. Pressing R can make you run. Okay, we got that. Alright, I think I'm finally going to get this here. I just need to get down this thing. So it literally... So A-Lice, it's literally not letting me do anything. I'll get to something like this and it's literally just stopped. Like it's a dead end. There's literally nothing I can do. Rope. Okay. So how do I get that rope? Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, this is the kind of thing that I need your help for. Okay, so I'm going to repel. But that doesn't have anything to do with walking. Dark Ages says either easy to overlook unless you're familiar with the wilderness. Well, yeah, if I was in the wilderness, then I would probably say, okay, well, I could probably put a rope here, but I don't know how the game necessarily works. Okay. So now I'm climbing up. So is climbing really the main thing in the game? Let me go back to the map here. We want to be going to the west. I have to put the map back. So you're saying I should repel right now? This is where I came from earlier.
So, how'd you meet?
Spacebar climb. No, I don't want to climb. How did I meet? And meanwhile, this chick wants to talk.
Met in a bar.
The birthplace of modern romance.
I stumbled over and told her she was pretty, and that was it.
Aw, you were brave.
I was drunk.
These guys are dorks. They're perfect for each other. Fondue yourself. What gets me is that you have so much rope, you're just leaving it behind every time. Now, is that a thing where I'm supposed to be taking the rope? It's Kate X says, you got it, Henry. They made the game feel more open than it really is. A lot of it tends to be straight paths, but the way they've made it feels like the wild. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's just sort of, there's going to be a path. Okay, so right here, completely stopped to where I can't just go down. Okay, it was janky. I wasn't able to. I had to go down just the right place, I guess.
Hey, do you see that?
Yeah, I think so. That thin plume of smoke?
Yeah. Looks like it's way down to the southwest. You should be able to find a way over there from the meadow by the lake. Towards 5 Mile Creek. It's in the southwest quadrant of your map.
Is she changing the
You think
plan
it's those
now?
girls?
I'm pretty sure it's a campfire, so yeah. I'd call that a safe bet.
Man, they really do not give a shit, do they?
Not a one.
Campfire smoke. Okay, so we got to go to Jonesy Lake, I think, first. Okay. Okay, I think I finally made it to Jonesy Lake. Now I got to find that plume of smoke. So I need to go down to the south. Okay. Fuck. Am I going backwards? Yeah, going backwards. Okay, so what happened there? Got a brick wall.
What are you gonna do when the fire season wraps up? Are you gonna go be with her? Just go back to Boulder? You should go be with her. That's my opinion.
Maybe I'll go visit. I don't know.
Well, why not?
That's what I would
She's
think.
with her family in Melbourne. They're not big fans of mine.
Oh,
Her sister, Susan, is great, but her parents, I think they always thought she could do better, and that I could have done a better job looking after her.
fuck that. I have no doubt you did your best.
I don't know.
If you want to go visit her, you should go. Don't let a couple of assholes keep you away from someone you love.
I'll think about it.
Let's try going around the lake. Oh, I can swim in the lake? Wait, what's that? There's a quick message in there somewhere. I think the way, okay, it's Kate saying, I think you can go the way you were going. At the bottom, it looks like it loops west. Column of smoke is, okay. I need to go down. So if I look to the south, okay, so you're saying go down this way. Continue. I have to keep checking myself. See, this is the kind of shit right here. I don't need that. Like, I should be able to go there. Okay, now I don't know where I am. Let's see. See, it looks like I'm just going back. I'm going back home. I don't know, guys. This is, okay, Game Master Flash says southeast, then south, then west. Oh, you want me to go all that way? Okay, sure. The green icon means climb to that point. Stay on that trail and take a right. Okay. Seems like there's a lot of going back to the same places. So there's a beer can. I guess I got to clean that up, huh? Pick it up. Clean it up. Okay, so let's look at the map. So you want me to go down that strip of land there? Okay. There was a fork in the road there. Should I have taken that? Ah, dead end. Okay, so still continue east, I guess. Southeast looks good, okay. Okay, it's almost like due south right now. Rope hook? Okay, sounds good. I'd like to. How come it's not giving me the option? Attach rope to hook. Okay, you have to sort of be in the right place. Okay. No, I don't want to climb. All right. I'm done. Okay, it's starting to turn a little more ashy looking, so maybe I'm near the fire. Hey, Thwap Daddy. Hi, Henry and Lippers. Yeah, good to see you. What's this? Oh, we've got another box. Open. And then there's some needless tedium here. Okay, copy the information on the map. Updated. What's in here? Pine cone. I can examine it. Doesn't do anything, so let's drop it. Yep, basic pine cone. What am I doing here? Just picking up pine cones and looking at them and dropping them? Okay, cool. That was good. Now let's continue to find the source of the smoke. Oh, I'm way down here. I need to go down and to my right. South. Actually down there. Lush woods. Okay. Anonymous gifted a tier 1 sub to Everyone Loves You. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Did we just get somewhere? Something just happened. Something's going on. We've got music. Oh, you can hold shift for the radio when you have the green icon. Let's see where we are with the map. So I'm basically there. Campfire smoke. I need to go up. So I need to go sort of to the west. There's a waterfall. Now I need to go north. Okay. You can't run while you're holding the map. I've found. The teen campfire, we got it. I found the teens.
I have entered the teen zone.
Oh, really? And where's that?
It's the name of a magazine for girls. It's on the ground here at their camp.
You found them? Where are they?
No idea. The thing is, their entire campsite is wrecked.
What happened?
I have no idea. It's pretty bad.
Well, just look around. Make sure they weren't, injured or...
Murdered?
They weren't murdered.
Oh, do you remember when I came out here to quietly look for fires?
They weren't. Just look around. Actually, you've got that camera, right? It might be a good idea to get a few snaps, just in case.
Yeah, good thinking.
Good call. Let's do that.
Their tent looks like it's been through the shredder.
What could have done that? Like a bear or, I don't know, it sounds crazy, but even a bull elk if it's off its rocker.
Whatever did it, did not hold back.
Okay, Jackie Faye says on the tent. Is there something on the tent? Oh, there's a sign. I don't know what I would do without you guys. Dear Psycho. Note. Read. Dear Psycho, I hope you're fucking happy. We're leaving and we're going to find the police or whatever and tell them about how you creeped up on us on the lake and then came and destroyed our campsite and all of our stuff. Oh, and stealing panties is gross out. You're probably a mental fucking axe murderer and are so going to jail. I hope it was worth it being a jerk over some fireworks, Dick. Okay. So I assume they're talking to me. So I guess I'll keep this. Report note.
Oh, they're gone for sure.
How can you tell?
The girls left someone, me, I guess, a note.
Well, what's it say?
Threatening to call the police because they think I attacked them.
Oh my god, well, did you?
I should just leave her guessing on that one.
Henry, did you attack or do anything that could be perceived as an attack to these campers?
I didn't do anything to them, but it looks like someone had it out for them.
Then why do they think it's you?
Fuck, I don't know.
Huh.
Hey, I don't.
I believe you. Come on, Henry.
All right, it's weird what happened out here.
Weird stuff happens in the woods. It could be other campers. They could be having a bad mushroom trip. We really don't know, but they're gone. There's no way to call the cops. They're not coming back, and we can get to work. I'd really like to start enjoying a quiet summer.
Okay, I think this is probably a good time to end. It took us way too long to get to that, and it's my fault, and I apologize. But, find boards to patch window. Yeah. All right. Wow, I think I know what to do to put roast beef to sleep from now on. He's just sleeping quietly. All right, everybody. Well, I need to go return these peanuts to the grocery store because they were opened. Let's go ahead and quit to the desktop. Yes. And here we go. Mac Daddy, thank you. Thanks very much. That game, I gotta say, it's difficult, but I don't want to quit. And let me just talk for a second about quitting. Quitting is something that you should only ever do if something gets either too difficult or just kind of annoying. so I might quit. Jackie Faye says, I'm terrible at gaming, so I promise you did great. Thanks, Jackie Faye. Are you the girlfriend of, I can't remember the name of the other person. Somebody who said their girlfriend wasn't good at it. T-Dews, I hope you get some new nuts. Yes, we definitely have to solve the nut situation here, and we will. You know what? We've done a lot of proactive things in the last couple of months. We beat cockroaches. We're struggling with fruit flies. We're going to deal with these peanuts. I'm going to have peanuts because it seems like a good idea to have anyway, just to, snack on. All right, I'm going to have another bite of this. If you're just joining us, this is what we made today. Pretty good. It's a peanut butter dip type thing for your apples. Very tasty. Maybe too much almond extract. Thanks, Dark Ages. Cranky Brian says, anyone have a link for that anal crystal ointment? Asking for a friend. I wonder if that friend is roast beef. I'm going to go give him some nice little pats on the head. I know he tried to ruin the stream earlier, but to his, in his defense, he was probably in pain from his bowel movement. It's not easy getting old. It's like John Cougar Mellencamp once said, getting older, it ain't for pussies. And I think that John Cougar Mellencamp's words are just as true now as they were when he said them back when he was 30 years old. Dark Aegis says he doesn't do it on purpose. He's just trying to help in whatever way he can. Or he's screaming at God. Yeah. And aren't we all in a weird way? Isn't cooking really just screaming at God? Game Master Flash says, I thought that was Bon Jovi. Thanks for clearing that up. Yeah. No, that was John Cougar Mellencamp. All right, everybody. I hope you had a good time. This is Hump Day. I hope you're having a decent week. And let's all be good to each other. And let's just sign off and have a good week. And I'll see you at the usual time, noon Pacific time. That would be 12 noon Pacific time on Sunday. And don't forget, I'll see you in Fairfield, Connecticut, February 22nd at the Sacred Heart Community Theater. You can go to henryphillips.com and get tickets. Okay, thanks everybody. Okay, Mac Daddy, we'll see you on the birthday. That sounds great. And don't forget Quanto for sure. Jackie Faye, thank you so much. Thanks Beelzebub, Nella, It's Kate, Derpy Owl. Thanks so much. Game Master Flash, Dazzle Cat, everybody. I'll see you next time.